In this video, I'm going to teach you exactly why your wife stopped respecting you and how to get it back. There's no fluff, no games, no just be yourself nonsense. I'm going to walk you through the real reasons her respect faded, the common mistakes men make that make it worse, and the concrete steps you could take starting today to turn it all around. Now, before we get into it, you should know I'm not here to sell you anything. This is free advice. I'm not pushing a course. I'm not dropping an affiliate link, and I'm not building to some big pitch at the end. I'm doing this because I've seen too many good men watch their marriages die slow deaths that they could have totally prevented if they just understood what I'm about to share. And here's why you should listen to me. I've spent over 15 years helping couples rebuild trust, repair emotional damage, and reconnect after years, sometimes even decades, of resentment and distance. I've been a rabbi, a marriage counselor, a life coach, and most importantly, a husband with 4 kids who's had to fight for respect in his own marriage. In the past year alone, I've reached millions of men and women online by telling the truth about what makes relationships thrive or fail. And I'll tell you right now, your wife didn't wake up one morning and decide that you weren't worth respecting. You trained her to see you differently. Every time you avoided conflict to keep the peace, every time you hesitated to make a decision, every time you abandoned your own standards to keep her happy, you sent a message. And whether you meant it or not, that message was, I'm not someone you need to take seriously. If you've noticed her rolling her eyes, dismissing your input, or just tuning you out entirely, just stay with me. I'm going to show you why it's happening and exactly how to flip it, because it's about time that you flip that around. One of the biggest killers of respect in a marriage isn't cheating, lying, or some huge betrayal. It's death by 1,000 compromises. I'm not talking about the healthy kind of compromise that makes a marriage work. I'm talking about the quick surrender of your backbone, one small moment at a time. It's a little bit different than what you might have heard before. It happens when you say yes to things you don't actually agree with just to avoid an argument. It happens when you let something slide because it's not worth the fight, even though deep down you know it matters to you. It happens when you tell yourself you're keeping the peace, but really, you're just keeping yourself invisible. At first, she might even appreciate all of this, right? She gets her way. There's less conflict. But over time, she stops seeing you as someone who stands for anything. She starts making decisions without asking for your input. Because why bother? You're just going to go along with whatever she wants anyways. And here's the ugly truth. The more you give in like that, the less she sees you as a man she can trust to lead or protect. By the way, if this is the kind of content you like, where I talk about how men can be men and be better at their relationships both at work and at home, be sure to like and subscribe as I release new content every week. It's a free way for you to support this channel, and it means the world to me. It really, really does. All right, that's over. Now, let's get back to it. I know some of you are hearing all of this stuff and you're thinking, but Jon, I'm just trying to be a good husband. I thought putting her first was the right thing to do. And it is. I want to be very specific about that. It is sometimes. But putting her first doesn't mean erasing yourself. It doesn't mean saying yes when you really mean no. In fact, real respect comes when you're able to honor both her needs and your own without collapsing into one another. You both need individuality. Here's your first action step. Pick one area in your life, just one, where you've been biting your tongue, going along to get along, and quietly resenting it. This week, voice your position clearly and calmly. No drama, no yelling, no ultimatums. Just state what you think, what you want, and why. You'll be surprised how much that simple act starts to shift the dynamic. Because every time you stand up for yourself without hostility, you're teaching her and yourself that your voice matters again. A lot of men think they're doing everything right because they're being nice. They listen, they give, they try not to rock the boat. But here's the problem. Being nice and being good are not the same thing. Somewhere along the way, a lot of guys confuse kindness with passivity. You're not leading, you're not decisive, you're not showing any strength in the moments that matter, and you tell yourself, I'm just being a good man. I don't want to be controlling. But what she hears and feels is, I'm on my own here. I can't rely on him to steer the ship. When that happens, she stops seeing you as a partner that she can trust to make big calls. And trust me, once a woman starts thinking that you can't handle the tough decisions, respect starts circling the drain. Think back. How many times have you said, whatever you want, babe, just to keep things smooth? Or let her make all the plans because you didn't want to risk picking something that she didn't like. You might think you're being easygoing, but in her eyes, you've taken yourself out of the role of leader and into the role of passenger. And no one respects the guy who won't even take the wheel in his own life. Here's the thing. Leadership in a relationship is not about barking orders or controlling every move. It's about stepping up, taking responsibility, and making decisions with confidence while still valuing her input. Women respect decisiveness because it signals you have vision, direction, and the guts to act. Your action step this week: make one decision, any decision, without outsourcing it to your wife for emotional permission. It could be something as simple as planning a date night from start to finish without asking for her input. Or it could be taking care of something around the house without waiting for her to bring it up. Do it, own it, and follow through, because when she sees you consistently taking the lead in small ways, it rebuilds trust in your ability to take the lead in the big ones. And that's when respect starts to return. One of the biggest mistakes men make when trying to win back their wives' respect is thinking they can fix years of bad habits with one big gesture. You plan a surprise trip, you buy the expensive gift, you write the big heartfelt letter, and for about a day or two, maybe even a week, things feel different. She's warmer, more affectionate, more open, but then the shift fades. And why? Because respect isn't rebuilt through isolated hero moments. It's built through boring, unsexy consistency. She doesn't lose respect because of one big screw up. She loses it because of a pattern. And the only way to reverse that pattern is to replace it with a new one she can rely on. If you've said you'll do something, do it every time. If you promise to fix something around the house, fix it without her reminding you 3 times. If you set a boundary, hold it without folding the first time she pushes back. This isn't about being rigid. It's about proving that your word actually means something. And here's the hard truth. If you've been inconsistent for a long time, she's not going to give you the benefit of the doubt right away. She might even test you, consciously or not, just to see if this new you is real or another short-lived attempt. And that's where most men quit. They take her skepticism personally and go right back to the old pattern. Your action step is to pick one small promise you can make to yourself and keep it every single day for the next 30 days. It could be waking up at the same time, hitting the gym, or leaving your phone in another room during dinner. Tell her about it or don't. That's not the point. The point is to prove to yourself that your discipline is stronger than your moods. Because once you start trusting your own word, it's only a matter of time before she does too. And when she can count on you to show up day in and day out, respect becomes the natural byproduct. If you want your wife to respect you in public, you have to start by respecting yourself in private. Respect is not something you put on like a suit when you go out. It's built in the unseen moments when no one's watching. That means having standards for yourself that you don't break. How do you take care of your body? How do you handle your money? How do you speak about yourself when she's not around? If you're sloppy with your health, careless with your commitments, or constantly making excuses for yourself, she's going to feel it, even if you think you're hiding it. Here's something most men don't realize. Your wife is always reading the cues you give off about how seriously you take yourself. When she sees you set a standard and live by it without explaining or apologizing, creates a subtle but powerful shift in the way she sees you. You go from someone who needs her approval to someone who lives by her own code. Stop over-explaining why you're making a decision. Stop defending every choice like you're in court. Set your non-negotiables, the things you won't compromise on because they define who you are, and then live them consistently, not in a loud performative way, quietly, steadily, until they become the fabric of your life. When you start to operate from a place of self-respect, you won't have to demand it from her. She'll feel it. She'll see it in how you move, how you speak, how you carry yourself. And then respect will stop being something you're chasing and start being something that you naturally command. By the way, I run private weekly men's groups where we do this work together. Now, they're all full right now, so I have nothing to sell you at the moment. But If you want to be part of a group therapy/coaching program with me directly, where we meet with no more than 15 guys each week over Zoom, there's a link in the description below. Drop your info in there, and I'll reach out to you personally as soon as the spot opens up. Until next time, thanks so much.